The true Moshiach and the hidden ones all the nation of Israel knows is what has been handed down by our tradition. Any deductions made by the best minds in Judaism are just that. But we are taught to follow what our own rabbis and Dayanim teach us in our respective communities. Now in truth there will be differences of opinion to do with minor issues. However, what any prospective MoShiach has to be viewed as accomplishing all revolve around the successful building of HaShem Temple in Jerusalem. As I have stated above, for anyone to actually achieve this requires HaShem to be with that individual, they have to be bonded. Let me explain. We are taught that everyone has an evil inclination and a good inclination. This came about due to Adam metaphorically eating from the tree of knowledge. Now this is a very good example of rabbinic debate on what fruit tree was it. In truth no one knows, and some would argue it was not a tree at all, but symbolical explanation that we have the knowledge to learn by our mistakes. However, in my view only, we are also taught that we have an angel on each of our shoulders. For anyone to move forward as a prospective MoShiach, they must be in direct communication with both their angels. One that will praise you for doing good and one that will praise for doing bad. Only those chosen by HaShem can hear them and learn to communicate with them. Those that succeed become the hidden ones or hidden tzaddikim. You may have heard about them in breaking Israel news articles. Some have come forward, which is unheard of due to them never being able to say who they are. If one should, he could be replaced, but we are at a turning point where this is all changing by the day almost, and I am sure more will come forward. But many will come forward thinking they are one when they are not. Just as many will and do come forward claiming to be the true Moshiach. In my personal opinion, only the true Moshiach would have to be the head of the hidden ones or hidden tzaddikim working unseen at this time. Most likely awaiting the arrival of Eliyahu Hanavi, otherwise known as the prophet Elijah. As we enter the 3 weeks of mourning the destruction of HaShem Holy Temple, the 17th of Tammuz, Shiva Asar Tammuz, is a Jewish fast day commemorating the breach of the walls of Jerusalem before the destruction of the Second Temple. It falls on the 17th day of the Hebrew month of Tammuz and marks the beginning of the 3-week mourning period leading up to Tisha B'Av. Like other minor fasts, Tzom Tammuz begins at dawn, first light, and ends at nightfall, full dark. May HaShem bless us all soon to see it rebuilt to bring down a much-needed divine blessings back into the physical world. By slowly spiritualizing the physical into a more peaceful world of coexistence, knowing HaShem is visible again on the Temple Mount in Jerusalem.